Hey, it's Jennifer from Happiness is Homemade For, and welcome to my channel. Alright y'all, today we are going to do some bead crafts using everything from Dollar Tree. So it's going to be crafting and decorating on a budget. Alright, I have two really cute ideas. Hopefully they're going to turn out as cute as I think they are. But alright, as always, I am going to adjust the camera. That way you can see exactly what we're going to do. So, okay. Alright y'all, we are going to take a small planter from Dollar Tree, $1.25. I love the shape of this. And we're also going to take the 9.5 inch nautical rope from Dollar Tree. I like to use the 9.5 inch or the 9.5 foot from Dollar Tree because it's a little bit thinner and you get more. There's also a thicker one that's 8 feet long, but I grabbed the 9.5 feet because you're getting 1.5 feet more for the same price. Alright, so if y'all have made bead scoops with me before, you probably know exactly what to do, but this is going to be different. Same kind of concept, but different. So, what we're going to do, as always y'all, turn your planner, which one you're going to use. Take your hot glue gun, put you some hot glue, just to kind of start it. Put the end of your nautical rope right there in that hot glue. You want to press down, just careful. As always, don't burn yourself. Oh my gosh, I've gotten like bubble blisters before. You can always like take your scissors and help like push down. Alright y'all, same concept, just don't rush to the top just yet. So, if you've never made one before, all you're gonna do, just take your hot glue gun, just kind of go along here and there. You're gonna lay your rope right down into that hot glue. Kind of roll it down, press really firm, make sure it sticks. Okay. And you're just going to keep kind of going around the bottom, kind of here and there. Come over, more hot glue. Okay, so come over here to the back side. You see that's where we just started, right there. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to add more hot glue. More hot glue. I'm just going to take it all the way over this time. Okay. Lay that right down into that hot glue. Alright, so once you get right there, right where you had just started, like when you first started, what you're going to do if you've never done this before, you're now going to go up and over that. So, put you some hot glue right on top of the rope, not on the rope, just right up above it. You're now going to take your rope, you're going to go up and over, and you're going to lay right, you're just going to stack them, okay? And you want to make sure you don't have any gaps. Okay, let's get that on there really well. Alright, now, same concept. All you're going to do, not on top of the rope, but like right above it, kind of touching it. More hot glue. And just keep taking your rope. Make sure there's no spaces. Give like a nice little pinch. Push it down into that hot glue. And just keep just going around. Hot glue right above that rope. Okay, like I said, just make sure you don't have any spaces. And these are so easy to make, y'all, and they're fun. Alright, so I'm coming to the end of our first bundle of rope. So, same thing, just hot glue. Alright. Lay that down in there. Same way you've been doing, nothing different. I do like to put a lot of pressure on the end. So, right there. Now, all you're gonna do is take your next bundle of rope. Put hot glue right up against it. And take that next thing of rope and you're just going to go right up to it. Don't leave any gap or space. Just going to go right up to that rope that you just put down. And then you're just going to continue hot gluing, wrapping my different bundles of rope around it. And then once we get up to about right here, I'll show you the next step. But just don't go ahead. Don't do the top of it yet, okay? Just get up to about like right here. Okay, this right here, you see? I'm not doing the top. I do need to go around just a little bit. This is four packages of the rope. I am gonna start on number 5 because I'm gonna need a little bit of it anyways. So, looks like we've been doing a little hot glue right there. Put those ends right up against each other. Okay, now remember, I'm not going all the way up. I am just gonna go around just one time though. There. Alright, so, trying to turn this around, kind of looking. Here was where we first started, so that is gonna be like my back side. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it also about right there. I'm gonna cut this off. Just cut that really good. Now I'm gonna go ahead and hot glue this down. Get that on there really, really well. And I'm also gonna do a little bit of hot glue just kind of on this rope. Just because I cut it. And then I'm gonna take my scissors and I'm gonna press that down really firm. Alright, so like I said, that's where we started. And it's also where we ended on the back side. Alright, so you see how we did not do the top, okay? All this right here is completely clear. Okay. Now, what we need to do though, before we do the top, let's see, where was that back? Okay, that's my back side. It's right here in the front. Of course, you know we gotta do our little door. So, I just take out my rope, get an idea of how big that I want our little door to be. That is probably good right there. All right, I'm gonna cut this off. Cut that up. All right, y'all know I tend to do things a little bit more difficultly than others, but I'm gonna get my door on first. All right, yeah, I like that right there. So I'm just gonna hold that, lift up my end right here. I'm gonna do a little thing of hot glue, put my rope down into it. You can take your scissors, press that down really firm, though you don't burn yourself. All right, so now what I like to do, I just like to take my hot glue gun, and I just like to do like a little line of hot glue along the back of my rope. Just a thin little line, not a lot. And then I'll take this, and I'll just kind of loop it around, and then come back to where I started. Alrighty, so now I'm going to take my end right here. Once again, some good hot glue just right there. And then I will push that into that hot glue. And I'm going to take my scissors. I'm going to press that down really firm. Alright, there's our little door. Now, alright, now as always, I'm going to take my black apple barrel paint. I always get my paint at Walmart. Apple barrel is my favorite to craft with. This is why I do things different. You could have like painted your black circle first and then put your little rope around it. I like to go ahead and do mine out and then I paint it. Alright, so I'm just going to take a paintbrush, some good black paint, and I'm just going to paint the inside of our little door right here. And I just, I'm careful that I don't get it on the outside rope. I'm just going to go around it. I'm going to paint nice and thick all the rope inside of this little door right here. You also, if you didn't want to paint, if you have some black felt, you could just cut out a circle of black felt and use that and just hot glue it on. And you want to make sure you do your paint nice and thick. That way you can't see the rope coming through it. And sometimes I'll take my paint and I'll dab it on. That way it coats it like really well. See? Just like that. Alright, now that our black paint is pretty much dry, we're gonna take our hot glue gun. Now we gotta do our honey, because you can't have a biscuit without some honey. So, as always, y'all, I just take my hot glue gun, I do a bunch of hot glue just right inside like where the door would be. And then I'm gonna let that start to run down. See how it's like running out of like the little door. Very natural. Alright, I'm gonna do more, make it nice and thick. Alright, so now I'm gonna let that hot glue completely dry. Okay, once that hot glue has completely dried, now y'all, I like to take my color Maize. This is a little thing of Waverly chalk paint from Walmart. Like I said, it's a color Maize. I love to use this for my honey. Now, I will tell you, when you're painting hot glue, you're gonna have to do a few coats of it because it's so slick. But I'm just gonna take my Maize paint on a little paintbrush, and everywhere where there's hot glue, I'm gonna paint it with the yellow, with this Maize color. Okay, I'm only painting the hot glue though. Just take your time. Only want this paint on the honey. Yeah, actually on the honey, but on the hot glue. All right, there's my first coat. I'm gonna let that dry completely before I move on to my next coat. All right, so that's got about 3 coats of that, about 3 coats of the Maize on here. So now I'm gonna take a little thing of Amazon bees. It came in this little case right here. There's like 3 different sizes. There's like kind of a larger one, a medium, and then the cute little bitty little small ones. Now also, Walmart sells this little package of bees, and you get, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 little bees in here. This is back like where the fabric and the sewing, like the buttons and stuff are. They have these little bees right here. So like I said, this is Walmart for a couple dollars. But I'm gonna go ahead and use these bees. All right, so as always, y'all, I love to put little bees inside here, like inside like little door going down towards the honey. I'll put a little thing of hot glue right here on the back of my little bitty bee. All right, stick it on here. All right, take another little one. More hot glue right here on the back of the bee. Just like that. All right. All right, cute little bees on there. Now, I'm gonna add these like medium-sized ones. More hot glue. Put one like right down here. Come over here. I'm gonna do one like over here, kind of coming down. All right, more hot glue on this one. These little bees, you know, obviously you just put them anywhere that you want, and as many as you want on here. All right, look how cute that looks. All right, now we are going to take a plate. This is just a black plate from Dollar Tree. I took the sticker off, the price tag, and I left a little residue. But it's just the Dollar Tree brand, little black plate. We're gonna take this. I'm gonna take some E6000 because this is a good, strong code. I'm gonna do, so on the top, this is why we did not put the rope up here, because I wanna make sure that this adheres really well. So I'm gonna do E6000 right here. Do some over there. I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna come over here. And then like right here. A good thing of E6000. Now I'm also gonna take hot glue where I did not put E6000. This is like a quick hode, like a fast drying hode. Alright, so now that we got that right there, we're gonna take our plate right here on the top. Alright, and we're gonna press down. Oh my gosh, y'all, look how great this is. It's adorable. I like a cake stand, any desserts on here. You also could do like a wreath on here and make it into like a candle holder. Like put a candle on here with like a pretty little like wreath or something around it. Or that cascading greenery from Dollar Tree. You could like loop it around the top and then put like a candle right there in the center. That would be really cute. But I also kind of thought just to add a little something to it, you could pop off a couple of the little greenery heads. Just kind of like pop that off there. this up, and then you can like add some greenery, kind of like cascading down. Over on that side, say, do something like that. You could always add some little daisies or something to it. All right, I am gonna go ahead, take this, and I am gonna do a little bit of hot glue right here on the stem of this little greenery. I'm just gonna stick it up in there. And I just kind of like that. It's kind of like hanging down a little bit. Right there. Same thing. I'm gonna take this one. I'm gonna put some hot glue just right here on the end of the stem. Just like that. Also go up and underneath of the plate. All right, I think I'm gonna pop off another one, maybe two more things of this greenery. Just kind of make it nice and full looking. Okay, a little bit more hot glue on the back of this stem. Put it up and underneath of the plate. Same thing, hot glue on the end of my little stem right there. Just gonna go up and underneath. Also gonna take my black and white little gingham ribbon from Dollar Tree, and I'm just gonna make just a basic little bow real quick. Some little loops. All right, so a little bow that we just like tied and made together. I'm gonna put some hot glue just on the back of the little knot right here. Try not to drip it. All right, I'm just gonna go up and once again underneath of the plate. Right there. Try to push that down with my scissors. Oh my gosh, y'all. Look how cute this little like cake stand turned out. Or like a little riser. Like I said, put a little wreath up here and a candle. That would be too cute. Oh my gosh, I love that. That's adorable. Okay, I have got this gold charger from Dollar Tree. What I love about it, look, it looks like it's got like the honeycomb. They kind of brought this out with like all the bee plates and bows that they have out right now, but I love the look of it. What I want to do is, I'm just gonna take like a Clorox wipe. You could also take alcohol, Lysol. I'm just gonna give it a good wipe down. Alright, so I'm gonna give this a good wipe down. Rubbing alcohol will probably work really well. Okay, yeah, just gonna do that really quick. Take a towel and dry it off. That. Alright, now I'm gonna take a sanding block, which I just got this from Dollar Tree. This is actually a name brand. This is 3M that I found at Dollar Tree. But Dollar Tree has their own brand. And this is a very low grit, kind of fine. I'm just going to like sand this up. Just trying to like rough it up a little bit. Because we're going to paint this. And I want to make sure that the paint is actually going to stick to this because it's really slick and shiny. Alright, now I'm going to wipe all that dust off there. Okay, the reason I did that, we're gonna paint this. I'm gonna take, I've got spray paint. You don't feel like you have to run out and buy spray paint. I just have this from other projects that we've done. This is Rust-Oleum 2x Ultra Cover Paint and Primer. It's a flat, kind of like a matte black. So I'm gonna take mine outside and I'm gonna spray paint this. One, possibly two coats, just kind of see. But yeah, if not, just use any kind of black paint you want. So like I said, because this tray is so like shiny and like slick feeling, I just want to like distress it some because I feel like that'll help the paint stick to it better. Take this outside, spray paint this whole thing black. Alright, so here is our gold charger with like the honeycomb kind of look to it. Took it outside. Alright, so this is only one coat of that flat black paint. Black paint. Now, what I want to try to do is, I'm going to take that fine grit sanding block. I think I want to try to go over top to see if maybe I can like bring out some of that gold that we covered up, just for like a little extra texture. Let's see. You know what? I can't really get into it. Let me grab some sanding paper versus this block because I can't really get to where I want to with it. I also got this from Dollar Tree. This was in my Dollar Tree haul. Let's see. Let me just take a little bit of this. Now this is a 120, so it's rougher than this one. But let's just see what I can come up with here. Oh yeah, that's much better. I just cut me a little piece off here. Oh yeah, that's working. All right. All right, yes, can you tell that? Look, see the gold? Now, all around it, where that like honeycomb kind of look is, that gold is popping through, but it's still like covered in black. I love that. Okay, so I'm so happy with how that turned out. Like I said, this ended up using the 120 sanding paper, which is a medium grit. Y'all, I get stuff all over this countertop. I've got hot glue stuck on it. So the E6000, I got paint. Jeez Louise, I can just like feel hot glue all on our countertop. I cannot find my little wood, like little blocks from Dollar Tree. So right now, I'm just gonna take 2 the same size little wood beads and I'm gonna paint these black only because I can't find those little wood crafting cubes from Dollar Tree. I just need a little bit of paint. I'm just gonna hold these because I'm not gonna paint the top or the bottom where the hoe is. I just wanted to like cover up as much of this wood as I can. And this does not have to be perfect, but I just wanna go ahead and like paint this really quick. This doesn't have to be perfect. All right, got that one painted. I'm gonna sit that right there. Whoop, don't roll into that water, right there. My next one, I'm just gonna grab, hold it, just paint it really quick too. All right, once again, I'm just gonna let that sit right there on the plate, let those dry for a minute. All right, so now I've got this little metal, it's like a little bell, this little bee from Dollar Tree. It's got a little bell on it and a little hanger. So I don't need the bell or this little hanger. So I'm just gonna take that off. I'm just kind of bending, trying to get this little loop off. Got that off. Got that. Let's get rid of our little Dollar Tree little tag right here. All right, so now this right here, I'm gonna turn this over. Those little black beads that we painted. Like I said, if you've got the little cubes from Dollar Tree, those little squares, little blocks, use those. I'm just gonna take some hot glue right here on this. I'm gonna attach it just like right in here inside its little head. Just hot glue that right there. I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. Some hot glue right here. And I'm gonna stick it like right here in this little belly. Now, we got those 2 hot glued on there. What I'm gonna do is, because I find sometimes hot glue doesn't always want to stick to these kind of chargers, so I am gonna take my E6000. Take that, put some E6000 back here. Cover that really good. Over here, some good E6000 on this. All right, now, kind of get my placement where I want it. And then just push down and let that start to dry. All right, while we're waiting for that bee to continue drying, I'm gonna take, I got a white paint marker. This actually was from the Crafter Square section. Dollar Tree used to have this kind of stuff. I haven't seen these in years, but you can also get these at Walmart, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Dollar General, I think. But all you do, just shake it up really good, and it's a paint marker, like a paint pen. I want to do it like he's been flying around. So I'm going to do my little dashes. Just kind of these little dashes, and I'm going to go up. Alright, just a little something like that, y'all. I tell you, I love to craft, but I am not the best at like painting stuff. So just adds a little something else to this right here. Now what we're gonna do, all right, I've got a bunch of ribbon, mostly from Dollar Tree. I've got some burlap. I've got the really pretty new bee ribbon from Dollar Tree, $1.25. I've got a little honeycomb ribbon from Dollar Tree. Now I do have my black and white gingham, or black and white buffalo check. This is like from Hobby Lobby, but Dollar Tree also sells this in the fall and Halloween section, so you may have some in your stash. Whatever you want. You don't have to use the same ribbon as I do. But I'm gonna take this, all right, and I'm just gonna cut 2 of each. So I'm gonna cut 2 of this burlap. I'm gonna cut 2 of the buffalo check. And it does not have to be the exact same size, perfect. I just kind of lay it down, kind of eyeball it a little bit. I'm gonna do 2 of this beautiful bee. Do another one. Hold on. So lay that one down. Lay that right there, kind of like an X. All right, I'm gonna do buffalo check. A little bees going forwards. I'm gonna take that one. Once again, the bees going forwards. All right, lay my little twine down. Pick up my little bundle, lay that right on top, just like that. All right, now I'm gonna tie this up and make sure everything is centered all right there. All right, give that a good tight little twist, turn it over. I'm gonna tie this really tight, put a knot back here. All right. I like to tie a knot in the front of it because I like my twine to kind of dangle down. Now it's just a matter of fluffing out your little bow bundle that you just made. All right, now I'm gonna dovetail my little ends right here, just fold it over in half, cut upwards, just like that, and you get that beautiful, perfect little dovetail. You just fold your ribbon over in half. On the side where your little seam is, where your little fold, you're going to cut up at an angle. Yep, and then you just get that perfect dovetail. All right, so I'm gonna do this to all of these little ribbons right here. I'm not gonna do it to the burlap though. All right, look how cute. All right, so I'm gonna come over here. All right, so I'm gonna take some hot glue to the back of our little bundle right here. Just hot glue that on there. Press down really, really firm. Oh shoot, I dropped a little hot glue. Oh no. It's all right though. All right, so got that on there. Now I want to take some greenery, some like eucalyptus from Dollar Tree. All right, I'm gonna take my dog nail clippers, y'all. This is dog toenail clippers from Dollar Tree, but it cuts wire great. Look at that. Wire and dowel rods. All right, I'm gonna cut at least 2 of these off for now. Oop. All right, I'm gonna put hot glue on the end, like on my stems. See? Wow, shoot. Be careful. Put some hot glue on my stem right here. Okay, I'm gonna lift this up. I'm just gonna add it right underneath of my little bow bundle that we just did. Now I'm gonna take this one. Once again, hot glue on the end of this. Try not to like drip all over this again. Hot glue on there. Lift up my little bow bundle. Just stick that right to the charger. I'm gonna take another stem of the greenery. Once again, hot glue just on the end of this right here, just on this stem. Nice hot glue on there. I'm gonna come up here like towards the top and have that sticking out. Also, this one, a little hot glue right on that stem. Just right on the end of that stem. All right, once again, I'm gonna go up here towards the top. And just stick it in right up there into the bundle. Okay, so now I've got this allium, A-L-L-I-U-M from Dollar Tree. Look how fun this is. $1.25. Once again, I'm just gonna cut off a couple stems of this, kind of see what we can come up with. Cut that. All right, so once again, I'm gonna take this right here, hot glue onto the stem. I'm gonna lift up the bow. I'm gonna put this right here into the bow bundle. Okay, so really it's gonna be sticking to the burlap. See it right there? Hot glue onto the stem. Just right on that stem, just like that. Lift up the burlap or the bow bundle. I'm gonna hot glue that to the burlap. Again, and push that down and hold that. All right, hot glue on the end of this one. Just like that, and I'm gonna stick it right next to these. I feel like this needs a little something else, so I went ahead and just made another one, just a little gingham check bow. All right, I think I'm just gonna add this like right there. All right, oh my gosh, y'all, this turned out so good. I love this. Yeah, like I said, you can use this as a cake stand. You can put any kind of desserts on it. Also as a candle. I think like a really cute little wreath up here and like a candle. You do like a candle holder. You also could just like decorate the top of it. But I love how this turned out. And then it's just a black plate from Dollar Tree. I love it. So cute. And I love it. And it definitely needed like some greenery. And to me, it always needs a bow. But yeah, I think that turned out too cute. And I used 5 packages of the 9.5 feet rope. Like I said, all of this is Dollar Tree, except for, I guess, my bees. Yeah, except for the bees. Bees are Amazon. But I love this right here. And this turned out really cute. Now, I will say, I love the bow, the greenery, and the little yellow flowers. The bee, it definitely needed a little something to it. If you have like a different bee, or maybe even like a bee skeep or something you want to put on here. But I love that, and I love, look, taking the sandpaper to it, like really brought out the gold from the charger. So I love how that looked. And what you can do is get you the little like plate holder from Dollar Tree. This is usually back where like the picture frames are. Look, it'll hold it for you. That way you can sit this like on your counter, console table, wherever you're gonna decorate with it. You can just sit it on this little plate holder. I love that. That turned out so pretty. Like I said, I am loving this right here. All right, you gotta let me know which one is your favorite. Is it the little cake stand? That is too cute. Or is it the charger? I don't know. There's something I love about each one of them. But yeah, I love how these turned out. And I've got some patriotic ideas that I want to do next. So if you want to see like the patriotic crafting and stuff with me, make sure that you give me a thumbs up. That way I can tell like how many of you actually want to see more craft videos from me. And if you made it this far, leave me a bee emoji. No, Bailey. Bailey said hey. Leave me a bee emoji. And or if you don't have emojis, you can do like hashtag bee. That way I know that you made it to the end. But all right, that is it. We will have our Dollar Tree haul on Friday. And like I said, patriotic crafts are coming. But I had to do some more bee stuff. And I got some farmhouse stuff that I want to do. I found some really cute stuff at Walmart. So that I want to like craft with. But all right, that is it. Just make sure if you like this kind of stuff, you want more crafting things, those thumbs up really help me know like who wants more like crafting videos. But all right, I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye guys. Thanks for watching.